wasn't brought up that way. I was brought up with my mom most of my life, and my mom worked in the coal mines, and my daddy was a touring musician. And that's kind of how the passion for country music really started. And you know, I just enjoyed playing in the creeks and riding our bicycles up and down dirt roads, and just doing things that ordinary country boys like myself that grew up in my neck of the woods like to do. So the first song we're going to play for you is actually a song that's that I wrote on our new album. It's called Country Boys for Life. 2, 3, 4. I put my hard-earned dollar on an LTD around the time I turned 16. First one of my friends back then to own his own set of keys. Well, I felt big time in that old riding freedom like I've never known. I topped the tank in town before I made the rounds. Load the boys and hammer down. We were dirt road soldiers born to ride with a cowboy's attitude. Schooled in the deep end of life, feeling bulletproof. Well, we were hardcore and we swore down on the riverside to be dark blue collar, muddy water scholars and country boys for life. Running Paul Road, shotgun, and I cranked the radio. Spider-Man kicked it in the back with Eddie and Camo Joe. And we'd go wide open and jump the track, sliding around Dead Man's Bend, where the blacktop ends and the gravel begins. Put on the floor, dust in the wind. We were dirt road soldiers born to ride with a cowboy's attitude. Schooled in the deep end of life, feeling bulletproof. We were hardcore and we swore down the riverside. The dark blue collar, muddy water scholars, country boys for life. Little one died young from too much fun. Some made the family vow. Time changed a lot of things somewhere between then and now. Sometimes I like to take that drive back to where it all began, where the blacktop ends and the gravel begins. Rewind and do it all again, like dirt road soldiers born to ride with a cowboy's attitude. Schooled in the deep end of life, feeling bulletproof. We were hardcore and we swore down the riverside. We dark blue collar, muddy water scholars, country boys for life. Country boys for life. Thank you all. Thank you very much. I was saying earlier how my dad was one of my biggest musical inspiration. He sang in gospel quartets and started in little local. He was like our hometown celebrity in my hometown of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I grew up right outside there, a small town, about 500 people, and all we done was pick music and played in the creeks and stuff. That's all we done. Just lived an ordinary life. But you know, I like to dedicate a song to my dad. I lost him about 6 years ago, and had the opportunity to play the role of Conway Twitty in a touring musical. That was my first step out onto a major production stage. I was hand-selected by the family out of about 20,000 people to play the role of Conway. And just because of what Conway done for country music and what his family done, giving me my first start on a professional stage and dedicating a song for Daddy, I'm going to do a Conway Twitty song. Woke up crying late at night. I was very young. I had dreamed my father had passed away and gone. My world revolved around him. I couldn't lie there anymore. So I made my way down the mirrored hall and tapped upon his door. And I said, Daddy, I'm so afraid. How will I go on with you gone that way? Don't want to cry anymore, so may I stay with you? And he said, that's my job. That's what I do. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's my job, you see. Well, later we barely got along, this teenage boy and he. Most of the fights, it seemed, were over different dreams that we each held for me. He wanted knowledge and learning. I wanted to fly out west. Said I could make it out there if I just had the fare. I've got half, will you loan me the rest? And I said, Daddy, I'm so afraid there's no guarantee in the plans I've made. And if I should fail, who will pay my way back home? And he said, that's my job. That's what I do. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's my job, you see. Well, every person carves his spot and fills the hole with light. And I pray someday I might shine as bright as I woke up early one bright fall day to spread the tragic news. After all my travel, I'd settled down within a mile or two. I make my living with words and rhymes. And all this tragedy should go into my head and out instead as bits of poetry. But I say, Daddy, I'm so afraid. How could I go on with you gone this way? How can I come up with a song to say I love you? Well, that's my job. That's what I do. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's my job, you see. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. I sure do appreciate that. You guys are so kind. I appreciate that. Just like to dedicate a song to my dad. I loved Conway Twitty and loved the man who got me started in music, was my daddy. And you know, this next song that we're gonna play here for you is a song that after being at Conway Twitty Musical, I learned so much touring around and learned a lot about theater. And one of the biggest things that I learned, though, out of that whole musical was that every night when I'd come out of costume and I'd take that wig off, yeah, buddy. I'd take that wig off, and nobody knew who Glen Templeton was. I was just a guy who was playing Conway, and I felt like I just had so much more to share with country music. Had stories to tell and songs of my own that I wanted to write and record and sing, and so that's what got us fired up to finish up our album and get out and start meeting the people at country radio, and that's kind of what brings us here with y'all today. And the next song we're going to play for you is our new single that's out right now to radio. We've been out for about 6 months now out on the road, and we've really been pounding the streets real hard. And this song right here is a song it's kind of about, it's written from a bad boy point of view. It's about a guy who, just like all the rest of us guys, has his own imperfections, but at the end of the day, I mean, he could be a rock hard-headed fool and he can be a too much tequila mistake, but at the end of the day, after all the imperfections, he still has enough confidence in himself to say, I could be the one. So here's our new single I called I Could Be the One. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I could be a rock hard-headed fool, stubborn as a $2 4-H mule, hard to handle as your granddad's tool, but I could be the one. I could be as loud as an F-16. I got a river-wide redneck streak. I could be a full-blown SOB, but I could be the one. I could be the one that's the one for you. I could be your one crazy dream come true. I could be the arms, I could be the heart, I could be the love you could fall into. With somebody like you with me, there ain't no telling what I could be. You could be a star, and even be the sun, but I could be the one. Well, I could be a too much tequila mistake, or I could be your heart's big lucky break. Might be a little more than you can take, but I could be the one. I could be the one that's the one for you. I could be your one crazy dream come true. I could be the arms, I could be the heart, and I could be the love you could fall into. With somebody like you and me, ain't no telling what I could be. You could be the spark, even be the song, but I could be the one. Come on, Ryan. Well, with somebody like you and me, ain't no telling what I could be. You could be a star, and even be the sun, but I could be the one. You could be a star, and even be the sun, but I could be the one. Woo, yeah, I could be the one. Woo. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Since it is summertime and we're in sunny California out here, we've got to do our fun summertime song for you, and this is kind of like a bonus track that we're going to add on to our record. It's going to come out in early 2012, so be sure and go to our website. Just go to glentempleton.com, and that'll give you all of our Facebook link and all the rest of the news and latest updates of where we're going to be at, tour schedule and whatnot. But this is going to be our bonus track here. This is a song called Sing That Song Again. it was me and her all summer long. And I learned early on that there was nothing hotter than Jenny Jones in July. Parked down by the river's edge with a 6-string in my truck bed, and I'd pull it out as the sun set with mine. I'll tell you, learning brown-eyed girl was the best thing I ever did. Before I hit the last chord, she was begging for more, saying, sing that song again. So I'd sing that song again. Sha-la-la, we'd sing it out like we wrote it. Drove that old Ford like we stole it. Oh, whoa, whoa. Living loud and proud, a little attitude. Thinking about it now, what I wouldn't do. Sing that song again. To sing that song again. Lady Ray had a Mustang. After school when the bell rang, we'd all pile in that old thing and fly. Well, it was Coke cans and ball caps, chasing girls and skipping fast, and the radio was a soundtrack to our life. 95.7, we sang Glory Days with Springsteen, and as soon as it would end, we'd hit rewind every time just to sing that song again. Never thought those days would end. Sha-la-la, we'd sing it out like we wrote it. Drove that old Ford like we stole it. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Living loud and proud, a little attitude. Thinking about it now, what I wouldn't do. Just sing that song again. Sang it out like we wrote it. Drove that old Ford like we stole it. Oh, oh, oh. Living loud and proud, a little attitude. Thinking about it now, what I wouldn't do. To sing that song again. To sing that song again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to sing that song again. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it. Got time for one more? We got time for one more? Yeah, we do. Let's do another song here that I wrote. It's song there. Just talks about us hard-working, blue-collar Americans just overcoming adversity in life. And it's a song called God Bless the Good Old Boys. We giddy up with the dawn and work right on till the sun fades out of sight, only to find the pay at the end of the day that ain't worth the sacrifice. With a little left in Sunday's best for the plate passed down the pew, we'll give thanks from the sinners, losers and winners, rest assured in you. God bless good old boys like me, and feed the soul that feeds a family. Lord bless the hands of the working man as they fight to make ends meet. Bless the plowboys and the cowboys and good old boys like me. Well, recession's here and depression's near, and a dollar ain't worth a dime, and the torch in the hand of the lady of the land ain't burning quite as bright. When the church bells ring and the children sing, Lord help to lift this strain, from us steel-toe booters and business suitors who pull between the reins. God bless good old boys like me, and feed the soul that feeds the family. Lord bless the hands of the working man as they fight to make ends meet. Bless the plowboys and the cowboys and good old boys like me. God bless good old boys like me, and feed the soul that feeds the family. Bless the calloused hands of the working man and the soldiers overseas. Bless the plowboys, the cowboys, and good old boys like me. Well, like me. God bless them good old boys like me. Hey, thank y'all again very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Glen Templeton, and I appreciate you so very much. Thank you from down here at New Country 95.7. Thank y'all very much.